friends, it's Danny here, Danny's Dreams, and it is day 19 of my Tag a Day series. Before I show you what I used to create with today, I had a question, and it's something I had never, that was asked by a viewer, I should say, that I had never really thought about, and they asked, like, when I go to make a tag, do I just choose a tag die that's like a little bit larger than the image, or how do I do that? And I had never thought about how I do it. I just do it. But in the end, I decided that I really don't know. There's nothing precise about it. But I had said that I would answer it in my video, so I am. I guess it depends. Like at the beginning of this series, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I would start by picking out the die set itself. And so I want to use this tag die set by Scrappy Boy, let's say. And then I would sometimes pick out, well, I didn't want it to be a really big one, so let's say that I wanted it to be this size. And then I have what I call my stamp catalogs, where I have stamped, like when I get a stamp, I stamp it in here. And so then when I want to make a tag, like I could put it over here and that's too big of an image. Or I could go to, let's say, I don't know, like this is a Mama Elephant set. Well, maybe I want to use her, but I also want to use a sentiment, so that might work. I guess I just kind of figure out whether I want just a stamp set, or, like just an image, whether I want a sentiment and things like that. But that's how I do it if I, start with the tag die. And like I said, it helps that I have everything stamped out so I know exactly the size it'll be. So I can say, oh yeah, that would work, and it would work with a sentiment. Whereas maybe if I wanted something to fill up the whole set, or, just do the image, I could do just that one, and then I could have the paper there. So that's how I figure it out when I'm starting with the tag die. Now, if I already know the stamp set that I am going to be working with, like for today's tag, I used this Sweet November Stamps Winter Wishes reindeer. So I knew I was going to do that, and I knew I was going to do this little guy here. And then I figured out I wanted to use the Scrappy Boy Stitch Romantic Tags die set. And so I had the stamp set already out. And so then I was like, well, I don't think I want the biggest one. I'm not going to add a sentiment. So maybe I'll use this one. And I put it over it. And yeah, that one will fit. And I'll still have room for some paper. And that's what I went with. So I hope that kind of answers your question. There's no precise way. It depends on whether I'm starting with the tag die set or whether I'm starting with the stamp set. And then I just and whether I'm adding a sentiment or I'm not. And so that's how I do it. I just kind of try things out, I guess, and then I decide on it. So I hope that answered your question. If not, let me know and I can try to explain better, but maybe visually seeing that might help. So for today's tag, I did use the Sweet November Stamps Winter Wishes reindeer. This is one of their new releases that I just got. I thought those reindeer were adorable. And like I said, I did use the Scrappy Boy Stitched Romantic Tags die set. I think it's such a neat shape, and with that stitch detail, it's just a pretty tag. I used the, Christmas in the Forest paper pad from Not Too Shabby. I looked, and it is not available on their site right now. So they did say put me on the waiting list, but I don't know if it's one that she is going to restock. And I used some Stitched Borders one from Pretty Pink Posh. And then I used a Spectrum Noir sparkle pen and some glossy accents. And so here is my cute little reindeer tag for today. Colored him up with Copics. I added that Spectrum Noir to the star. You can see it kind of shimmering. The glossy accents is on the little ornament. There's those borders that I used. I love that this one fit right along with that paper. And then that just makes it look so fancy there. Guess what? I forgot again. Again, I was waiting for the glossy accents to dry, so yeah, I'll add my stamp and then my favorite ribbon. I will be so sad when I run out of that. But there is my tag for day 19. Cute little reindeer. And I will be back tomorrow for day 20. We're in the home stretch now. Thanks so much for stopping by, and until my next video, go do something for yourself and go get crafty. Bye.